it chapter by chapter, one bite at a time. So many adventures and mountains we can climb. Take it word for word, line by line, one bite at a time.
Welcome to Bite at a Time Books, where we read you your favorite classics one bite at a time. My name is Bree Carlile, and I love to read, and wanted to share my passion with listeners like you. If you want to know what's coming next and vote on upcoming books, sign up for our newsletter at biteatatimebooks.com. You'll also find our new t-shirts in the shop, including podcast shirts and quote shirts from your favorite classic novels. Be sure to follow my show on your favorite podcast platform so you get all the new episodes. You can find most of our links in the show notes, but also our website, biteatatimebooks.com, includes all of the links for our show, including to our Patreon to support the show, and YouTube, where we have special behind the narration of the episodes. We're part of the Bite at a Time Books Productions Network. If you'd also like to hear what inspired your favorite classic authors to write their novels, and what was going on in the world at the time, check out the Bite at a Time Books Behind the Story podcast, wherever you listen to podcasts. Please note, while we try to keep the text as close to the original as possible, some words have been changed to honor the marginalized communities who've identified the words as harmful, and to stay in alignment with Bite at a Time Books' brand values. Today we'll be continuing Les Miserables by Victor Hugo. Chapter 8, in which the reader will find a charming saying of the last king. In summer, he metamorphoses himself into a frog, and in the evening, when night is falling, in front of the bridges of Austerlitz and Jena, from the tops of coal wagons and the washerwomen's boats, he hurls himself headlong into the Seine, and into all possible infractions of the laws of modesty and of the police. Nevertheless, the police keep an eye on him, and the result is a highly dramatic situation which once gave rise to a fraternal and memorable cry. That cry, which was celebrated about 1830, is a strategic warning from gammon to gammon. It scans like a verse from Homer, with a notation as inexpressible as the Eleusinic chant of the Panathenea, and in it one encounters again the ancient Evoe. Here it is. Ohe titi ohi. Here comes the bobby. Here comes the place. Pick up your duds and be off through the sewer with you. Sometimes this gnat, that is what he calls himself, knows how to read. Sometimes he knows how to write. He always knows how to daub. He does not hesitate to acquire, by no one knows what mysterious mutual instruction, all the talents which can be of use to the public. From 1815 to 1830, he imitated the cry of the turkey. From 1830 to 1848, he scrawled pears on the walls. One summer evening, when Louis Philippe was returning home on foot, he saw a little fellow no higher than his knee, perspiring and climbing up to draw a gigantic pear in charcoal on one of the pillars of the gate of the Neuilly. The king, with that good nature which came to him from Henry IV, helped the gamin, finished the pear, and gave the child a louis, saying, "The pear is on that also." The gamin loves uproar. A certain state of violence pleases him. He execrates the cures. One day, in the Rue de l'Université, one of these scamps was putting his thumb to his nose at the carriage gate of number 69. "Why are you doing that at the gate?" a passerby asked. The boy replied, "There's a curé there." It was there, in fact, that the papal nuncio lived. Nevertheless, whatever may be the voluntarism of the small gamin, if the occasion to become a chorister presents itself, it is quite possible that he will accept, and in that case he serves the Mass civilly. There are two things which he plays Tantalus, and which he always desires without ever attaining them: to overthrow the government, and to get his trousers sewed up again. The gamin, in his perfect state, possesses all the policemen of Paris, and can always put the name to the face of anyone which he chances to meet. He can tell them off on the tips of his fingers. He studies their habits, and he has special notes on each one of them. He reads the souls of the police like an open book. He will tell you fluently and without flinching. Such an one is a traitor. Such another is very malicious. Such another is great. Such another is ridiculous. All these words, traitor, malicious, great, ridiculous, have a particular meaning in his mouth. That one imagines that he owns the Pont Neuf, and he prevents people from walking on the cornice outside the parapet. That other has a mania for pulling persons' ears, etc., etc. Thank you for joining Bite at a Time Books today, while we read a bite of one of your favorite classics. Again, my name is Bree Carlile, and I hope you come back tomorrow for the next bite of Les Miserables. Don't forget to sign up for our newsletter at biteatatimebooks.com and check out the shop. You can check out the show notes or our website, biteatatimebooks.com, for the rest of the links for our show. We'd love to hear from you on social media as well.